My name is Mark Brannon. I am the Dean of the Huntsville campus for Calhoun Community College, and I'm going to be our MC for today's event. I'm super excited about today, and I can already tell you that this is Jimmy Hodges' day here on Calhoun College campus because it is sub-zero here in this room. And when the man walks in the room, we drop the temperature. We've learned that already. Listen, today's going to be a great day. I'm super excited about today. When they asked me to MC the event, I didn't know what to call today. I thought, is it a coronation? Is it a knighting? Is Chancellor Baker going to get up here with a sword in a second and drop it on his shoulders? I didn't know. Is it an induction? I struggled with that. But you know what I'm going to call today? I'm going to call today a Calhoun celebration. Because after years of interim presidents, we are super excited to have Dr. Jimmy Hodges as our president.
I'll pay you at the first of the month.
Yeah, he's going to pay me later, and that's okay. Thank you, boss. So, you know, the interesting thing is you might have been walking in the door and you saw some of the earth around the building here that had been disrupted and thrown around because it is the 75th anniversary of Calhoun. And we had these great plans of opening the time capsule from 25 years ago today. But there was a problem. We can't find the time capsule. So the interesting thing was, you see all this dirt moved around, and I've had students ask, what are you doing over there with all that dirt moving around? Because our facilities folks have been digging for weeks trying to find it. Well, I started to tell them we were looking for the body of Jimmy Hoffa. They didn't know who that was. Then I said, you know what? I think Dr. Hodges is putting a lazy river in around the gym. They liked that. But actually, we have video footage of what actually went on. It was actually Chancellor Baker and Dr. Hodges and Jason Morgan, our CFO, digging for that pot of gold. But we didn't find that time capsule. It's kind of humorous because we gave people that were here that day that are still around flags. 20 people, 20 flags. Go mark where you think we buried that time capsule. And they put it in 20 different spots. Listen, today I'm more than the MC. I am the representation of the Calhoun family. I represent the faculty, the staff, the students, our community partners. That's what I get to do today, and it's a blessing. And I want to take a few minutes, Dr. Hodges, and I want to give you the support and the love from the faculty today as we start our ceremony off and our day of celebration. After God, Dr. Hodges, I need you to know you must start with your most important priority, and that's not Calhoun College. That's Miss Lynn sitting beside you. And we know that. You are not the president alone. She is not the first lady alone. You are the president together. And that's important for us at the college that he recognized that. Dave Willis, author of The Secrets of a Strong Marriage, said, husbands, love your wives well. Your children are noticing how you treat her. You are teaching your sons how they should treat women, and you're teaching your daughters what they should expect from men. Treat that woman well. Love her first, and everything else will fall in line here at Calhoun. Besides, everyone in the room that is married, every husband knows happy wife, happy life. Every kid in this room knows if mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. Keep mama happy for us. Here are some quotes that I want you two together to think about from former presidents of the United States as they led our country. President George Washington said 99% of failures come from people who make excuses. President Barack Obama said change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we seek. And my favorite that sums up what I think you're going to do here at Calhoun is from President Woodrow Wilson. He said, you are not merely here to make a living. You are here in order to enable the world to live more amply. With greater vision, with a finer spirit of hope and achievement, you are here to enrich the world. You are here. You are here. You impoverished yourself if you forget that errand. Next, I want you to know that you standing behind and lifting up Miss Lynn's arm is most important, but I need you to know that your Calhoun family is standing behind you. The people in this room that are here, that are employees of this college, we're standing behind you today. And here are some words that I've written down about your leadership style from your direct reports. Hair on fire. What you see is what you get. Hey, any of the Hodges family, you can give me amens. We can shout all day long. Come on. All talk and all action. Buckle up, Buttercup. He's a right now kind of guy. I love this one right here. He's a student-loving, forward-thinking squirrel. Jimmy Hodges is kind of like a police flashbang when he enters a room. We will see no difference between interim Jimmy Hodges to permanent president Jimmy Hodges. He's kind of like Tigger when he enters the room. But I want to tell you, as one of his direct reports, he's not Tigger. He's the Tasmanian devil. I have been in many meetings with him when he enters the room and he spins around and papers fly and I'm trying to keep the room in place. And then he says, "You got that, Mark?" "Yes, sir." And he leaves the room and all those papers settle back down. But you know, I want to give you a description. This is from me as one of your direct reports. When I was thinking about how to describe you in Calhoun, I'm going to use the words from the psalmist David in the 81st Psalm. The psalmist David wrote, "Those who hate the Lord would cringe before him. They would be doomed forever. But I would feed you with the finest wheat. I would satisfy you with wild honey from the rock." Dr. Hodges, I think you're the honey in the rock. And that's important because that's what we need here at Calhoun College. The faculty and staff are behind you. I've talked to them this week and I said, "How do you describe Dr. Jimmy Hodges?" Here's what they said: "Yabba dabba doo." He's an amazing man. He's the complete package. He's honest. He's full of integrity. And this one was my favorite. He cares about me. And that's true, Chancellor. What you see is what you get in that man, and you made a great appointment to this college. Dr. Hodges, the students are behind you. I met with a group of students after the last Meet the President, and I want to read you a few of the things they said to me about you. One student said, "Dean Brannon, where did Dr. Hodges coach college football at?" And I said, "Yeah, I could see him in short shorts and a whistle." Energy. And one student said, "Does he drink 5-hour energy drinks and do meth at the same time?" We as the Calhoun family are here to lift your arms when you're weak. You can't do this by yourself. I need you to understand that. Let us do our job too and hold you up. Tecumseh, the Shawnee chief, said, "A single twig breaks, but the bundle of twigs is strong." Let us be your bundle of twigs. When I was reading this week, I found a poem by an anonymous author, and I think Jimmy Hodges wrote this poem. And I want to read it to you because it sums him up. It's called "The Power of I." I will do more. I am only one, but I am one. I cannot do everything, but I can do something. And what I can do, I ought to do. And what I ought to do, by the grace of God, I will do. I will do more than belong. I will participate. I will do more than care. I will help. I will do more than believe. I will practice. I will do more than be fair. I will be kind. I will do more than dream. I will work. I will do more than teach. I will inspire. I will do more than earn. I will enrich. I will do more than give. I will serve. I will do more than live. I will grow. I will do more than talk. I will act. I will do more than good. I will be good for something. In thinking about the task ahead of you, Dr. Hodges, Harriet Tubman said, "Always remember, You have within you the strength and the patience and the passion to reach for the stars to change the world. Robert Frost wrote in Stopping by Woods on Snowy Evening, "The woods are lovely, dark, and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep." And finally, I need you to remember it's not only Miss Lynn and your Calhoun family holding your arms up. God gave us a promise in Isaiah. Isaiah 41:10 says, "Don't be afraid, for I am with you. Don't be discouraged, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will hold you up with my victorious right hand." Dr. Jimmy Hodges, on behalf of the Calhoun family, we are honored to recognize you as the 6th president of Calhoun Community College. I would like to invite Chancellor Jimmy Baker to the stage now. Chancellor Baker is the Chancellor of the Alabama two-year community college system, a network of 24 schools that serves this state, that's within an easy drive from anywhere you go in this state, you can find a community college. And I'm super pumped because I think this is the first time in 20 years every one of those 24 colleges has a seated president. Good job, Chancellor Baker.
I don't even know if I want to try to compete with you. Just to try.
Go for it.
Okay. Rudyard Kipling wrote a poem one time that always meant a lot to me. Every day. I have it framed in my office, and I read it regularly. And the last stanza of that poem simply says, "If you can talk with men and keep your virtue, and walk with kings nor lose the common touch, if neither foe nor loving friend can hurt you, but all men count with you, but none too much." And you go through that whole process, and he describes what life needs to be like. But in the end, he says, if you can do all these things, then you will be a man, my son. My father made me read that on a regular basis, and it's always meant a lot to me. But then I recall in the, I think, 11th or 12th grade, maybe an English teacher might know, when we had to read Macbeth. And I've always been afraid of being in a position like Macbeth when he walked out and his soliloquy talk and explanations. He said toward the end of his life, "My life is but a yellow leaf, it is fallen into the sewer. And those things which should accompany old age as honor, love, obedience, and troops of friends, I must not look to have, but in their stead curses not loud but deep, and mouth honor which a poor heart would faint deny and dare not." That's always been a motivator for me. I always want to be associated with people that are doing good things. And I want to be in a position to make sure that we can do good things in the community college system. I'll never forget when I took the role as interim president at Calhoun College. The board was meeting in the auditorium, and I remember the prayer that Blake McAnally gave that day. And when I said I will do it, I made a commitment that I'm an Alabamian. I love Alabama. I've lived my entire life here. I've lived in the Wiregrass. I've lived in Montgomery. I actually lived in Decatur at one time. So I have a sampling of the entire state. But we are not the state we can be. It's my goal to do everything that I possibly can do through the community college system to bring about every bit of the change that we need to be the great state we can be. And there are people in this room who play a major role in all of that. We had 9 interim presidents, Blake, the day I took office. And we've been fortunate. We've had a few other people who chose to leave. Today, we have presidents at every college in a permanent role that is totally committed to the proposition that the community college system is the best instrument to bring about significant change in this state. Now, that is not a criticism of anything else. I'm proud of our 4-year schools and what they do to this state and do for this state. But we have a long way to go to get to a position where we are solving all the problems of this state, in education in particular. So I sought out people to fill the role, and my board has been most gracious in agreeing with me as we move forward with filling vacancies. So we had an opportunity to bring about a change in the leadership here. And I began to look around, and I looked all over the place, and all over the state, and I looked all over the country. We sought applicants from across the country. And I maybe was even guilty of doing some things to want someone from somewhere afar. But there was this guy that I had encountered down at Wallace, in Huntsville. Been trained by a very good president. And you know him, if you don't know him yet, you will learn this. It's hard to ignore Jimmy Hodges. I mean that in a positive way. And so I began watching and studying and digging into detail. And it became so obvious to me that this is a let's get the job done man. This is a doer. He probably didn't do too well in the philosophy of education, because probably the person teaching that course didn't really have a commitment to be a part of helping change lives. Somewhere along the route, he learned some lessons about people. And it became obvious to me, as it has with many of our other presidents, that his heart was about people and doing the very thing he can do and should do and must do. It might not even fit in the typical educator's role, which sometimes I wish we could do away with. Whatever they think their role is sometimes is confusing. But his mission, and it will be here every day, and sometimes I would even suggest to you, you might think, I wish he'd slow down a little bit. Don't ask him to do that. Join him and go forward, because he is going to be a great leader, but a great leader can't succeed without a big crowd of help. And so within this room, there are people that are key to the success of Calhoun and the leadership of Jimmy Hodges. So as we go forward, I'm excited about the opportunity here. I just, it's bigger than what you think. See, because this college is and has been the largest college in this system. It can be a lighthouse for change across the state through our other colleges and other programs, and it is, but it's not what it can be. And so I said to several of my board members and some of the local leadership in this community, I think I've got a guy that can be the change agent we need. And it may not be the fanciest dude in the world. He may not have scored in some of the categories that a lot of the professional educators want. His heart is in the business of helping people. And that's the Jimmy Hodges that I was excited to recommend to the Board of Trustees to make the permanent president of this college. And I think the opportunity and the excitement and the enthusiasm and the improvement of the offering for this community is just beginning to be seen, what can be done. So with that, I want you to know that the Board of Trustees, with a unanimous vote based upon my recommendation, we selected Jimmy Hodges as to be your leader, with an understanding that it's your job to be a leader of change and improvement and growing and being what this community needs in the way of making things happen. And I believe you will think we made a good choice. If you haven't met him yet, you need to meet him. So with that, Jimmy, I don't have a sword. I don't have anything other than the best wishes and a guarantee of this, that the Board of Trustees and my office is going to do everything we can to work with you and help you be the success that we all expect. With that, Jimmy, congratulations, and we love you.
Well, as Dr. Hodges makes his way to the stage up here, I want to tell you that I wanted some walk-up music for him, because he's a little bit baseball and he's a little bit classical music. So the song that I was going to recommend was going to be Gustav Holst's Mars, the Bringer of War. Dr. Jimmy Hodges.
It's not about me, but I'm so grateful, Chancellor, for the opportunity. I'm so grateful, Mr. Chairman of the trustees, for y'all to give me this opportunity, and I promise you, I will not disappoint you. I can't even begin to start naming off things and people that I want to say how much I appreciate, so I'm just going to say it to all of you. Thank you for being here today. This is Calhoun's 75th anniversary. That's a long-standing college. We are not going to drag this out a whole lot longer, though, but I tell you one thing, y'all are about to be blessed. Where's Granville Odom and the Corral? They'll be in a second. Okay, well, y'all are going to be blown away. I'm just going to tell you that. And I want you Calhoun folks to know this. Would my family stand up? All of y'all stand up. Sherry, Dale. This family is your family. My family, this is your Calhoun family. Y'all can sit down. I would not be where I am today without this lady right here. Dr. Vicki Karlowicz trained me. She gave me opportunity. She was hard as nails on me. But I'll tell you one thing, she taught me a lot. And Chancellor, I think I kicked it into gear, and I don't believe I had too many troubles. That doesn't mean that I know everything, but I just know how to handle situations. She trained me well. Thank you to all of you community folks here. I appreciate you. I can promise you this, Calhoun has not seen anything yet. And there's a spirit going on in the community college system through Chancellor Baker's leadership of unity. And I'm going to tell you, all of our colleges have not always worked very well together. But I can promise you going forward that this college and all of these colleges, especially in the North Alabama area, we work well together. Dr. Sims, Dr. Whitmore, Dr. Goodwin, Dr. Karlowicz, Dr. Williams, Dr. Carr, I probably forgot somebody somewhere. We work well together. Dr. Campbell's not here today, but we work well together. And we're going to change North Alabama for you mayors and for all of you elected officials that need workforce training. I can promise you the community college system is going to do our part and more. And thank y'all for being here. I hope y'all see this lovely gym. We have our very first girls volleyball game August the 29th, and I cannot wait. Where's my coaches at? All of my coaches. Y'all stand up right quick for just a second. And I don't know if y'all know this, but Calhoun has got men's and women's golf, men's and women's cross country, softball, baseball, men's and women's basketball. We have cross country. We have bass fishing. What did I forget? Somebody help me. Esports, that's right. Where's Casey at? He'd probably make me look bad in my picture back there. We have our esports coach right back there, and we're excited. And I'm going to tell you, we are all about doing the work. And if you think of something that we need to do, you come and tell us. Dr. Way, what an awesome partnership we have with Athens State. And I don't know if y'all know this or not. You probably do. But Calhoun has 3 campuses. We have this campus here, we have the one in Huntsville, and we have the Alabama Center for the Arts in downtown Decatur. That is, I'm telling you, a diamond. There is so much good stuff goes on down there. Okay, I'm going to be quiet and let's get to the other folks. But thank you for being here today. I appreciate you very much. Faculty and staff, I'm here for you, and I want to be your leader. Thank you for following and helping me to know the direction that we need to go in. But I'm going to tell you, we're going to get back to those big numbers that we had back in 10 and 12 and 11 and those things, because people out here, we have what they need, Representative Collins. Calhoun of community colleges have what they need. Thank you.
Dr. Hodges, before you walk off, to commemorate today, we have this plaque, and it has all 24 seated presidents from the community colleges in one picture, first time in 20 years, Dr. Hodges, and it says, on your appointment as the 6th president of Calhoun Community College, August 1st, 2022.
Thank you.
And why don't you stay standing? Wasn't that a good segue there? Because now for some entertainment is that great talent that Dr. Hodges was talking about. Amazing students, amazing talent here at Calhoun Community College. I want to introduce to you, led by Mr. Granville Oldham, the Calhoun Chorale, and they're going to start us off with the Star Spangled Banner.
dedicated to all my faculty. Sometimes it gets a little tedious, but hang in there. Relax. Relax. We dedicate this next song to our permanent president who loves the arts. And I got permission to use his name. So you will hear us say Jim. He gave us permission to call him Jim.
Don't
more big hand for the Calhoun Chorale led by Mr. Granville Odom. And you absolutely haven't seen nothing yet, because I promise you that Granville's going to teach Dr. Hodges some of those moves. He's going to be up there leading it on the very next day. Coach Freeman, he's going to be in those coaching shorts out on the volleyball court. He's going to have high socks, short shorts on, and a whistle, so you just better be prepared. Isn't that right? Just wait. You ain't seen nothing yet. Listen, our Calhoun Chorale is great and super talented, but there is so much more talent here at Calhoun College. And so now you're about to be blessed by some of our theater students as they're going to entertain us with their wonderful voices also, as they're led by Miss Lauren Cantrell.
All the places I would like to show you, although I hardly know you. I have a funny feeling we'd make a perfect pair. Endless sights I want to see you seeing, and nights of you and me, you, we. Oh, wait a minute. Just a minute. No. I'm a Joe with just one name. Every night today a different dame. Call it one other than the same pet name. Hey, baby. In a row I have my ducks. Loads of gals to give me loads of yucks. Leave the coup into the other clucks. I don't mean maybe. Got it good. What do I need with love? Always practice what I preach. Keep temptation at an easy reach. Stick to dolls who wash their hair and bleach. I'm happy. Come and go the way I choose. Never gonna sing the tie down blues. Other guys kill and fill my shoes. No wing clipped sadly. Got it good. What do I need with love? I got it good. What do I need with love? That was a near miss. Talk about a close shave. Flirted with disaster. There must be someone up there watching over me. Talk about a four-leaf clover me. Peter Rabbit's missing footsie means I roll without a tootsie. Got it good. What do I need with love? I got it good. What do I need with love? Skip the vows and all that rot. Tell the minister that I do not. Bright and breezy is the birds and beesy, it's the free and easy is the life I got. Without her, although I hardly know you, what I need with love, I got it good. I've got it good, but now I've got it bad.
Simple choice, nothing more. This or that, either or. Marry well, social world, businessman, clever girl. Or pin my future on a green glass love. What kind of life am I dreaming of? I say
Give it up for Caleb and Ashley one more time. Such great talent here at Calhoun College. Well, we're moving into the part of our program where we're going to talk remarks, and I'm going to go ahead and invite Senator Arthur Orr, as well as the first 4 speakers to come up to the stage after him, Representative Collins, Crawford, Mayor Bowling, and Mayor Battle. If you want to go ahead and make your way to the stage also.
One thing you can count on, we'll all be brief. I don't certainly have the talent of Granville and his energy, or cannot wax poetic like the Chancellor, or also have the humor of Dean Brandon. But let me say this to all the Calhoun staff and administration, faculty, et cetera, the Calhoun family. Thank you for what you do. In my mind, you serve as a bridge, a very important bridge. When our students get to high school, they complete high school, they've got choices. Are they going to go on with their education or not? It may take a while, but you all serve as a bridge to provide access to a better life, whether it's through workforce training, whether it's through getting an associate's degree that goes on to BA, BS, master's, doctorate. You are that bridge, and you're so important in uplifting lives throughout this state. So thank you for what you're doing. God bless. Dr. Hodges, look forward to working with you and appreciate all you do, and we got great years ahead. Thank you.
It's a joy to be here to help you celebrate, first of all, your 75th anniversary, which is amazing. I started working with Calhoun and partnering with different programs and things back in the 90s when I was with First American Bank. I think I even had my first home shows right here in this very gym. And so it's been a partner of our community. You've reached down and worked with our high schools with dual enrollment. You have summer camps. You provide a community partnership that is invaluable. And I know that when we have Dr. Jimmy Hodges with us, and I'm so pleased to have him with us. I also had my comments about what I thought of when I thought of Jimmy Hodges. And it was moving forward together quickly. And I love that attitude. So welcome. We're glad to be here, and we're here to be a part of you and all that y'all do for our community. Thank you.
Thank you for having me today. I appreciate that, and I'm so proud of Calhoun, and we have 75 years of good history, and I'm not concerned about our future. Mark, I'm a little bit concerned about your future after you worked over my president like you did, but he's a good man. I've been talking to Dr. Baker, Chancellor Baker, about him, and I told him he was a keeper. We need to keep him. In my first conversation with him, I was real concerned maybe 4 or 5 years ago about our sports programs, the athletics here. And I asked Dr. Hodges, are you going to keep our baseball programs and our athletics? He said, I'm going to put in basketball, volleyball. I said, you the man. So Dr. Jimmy, you the man. I appreciate you and look forward to working with you in the way we can. Thank you so much.
Mark, what an introduction. My goodness. And you nailed it. I mean, whenever I think of Dr. Hodges, it's energy and action. And that's what I've seen and experienced from the first time I met you. Then you decide that you immediately want to get involved in our community. And you become part of our Rotary Club. And whenever you come into the room, it just lightens up. It's brighter because of your leadership and your dedication. Mayor Finley, Mayor Battle, these are exciting times here in North Alabama to all of our leaders. And we have confidence that you're going to bring the leadership to bring us the workforce that we need to take care of all these jobs. Goodness, yesterday we had the privilege, where's Jeremy Nails? We had the privilege, right over here is Jeremy, our EDA Executive Director or CEO. And then I see Bethany's with us today from Limestone County to make a $320 million announcement for United Launch Alliance to build 47 rockets that will be powered, 38 of them will be powered by Blue Origin BE-4 engine made in Huntsville. That's regional work. That's the way we're getting things done around here, and it's exciting. We're glad you're here. Look forward to working with you. Jeannie Payne, I can't imagine the two of y'all getting together. My goodness. That would be a lot of excitement. I want to say one more thing, and then I'll turn it over to Mayor Battle. Calhoun College, 75 years. Our oldest daughter went to Calhoun. She left here, she went to Athens State, earned her degree in education. She'll return after being a mother. She'll always be a mother. For 7 years, she'll return to the classroom next year, we believe. She was educated in those two schools for under $20,000. What a value, you know? And we're so thankful for the schools that we have here. My wife, Sherry, is a nursing home administrator in Athens. Worked for the same company for 34 years. She'll tell you today that the nurses they see come out of Calhoun are better prepared to pass their boards than any school in this state. Be proud of that.
We've had 3 unders and 1 over, Tab. To Dr. Baker, Jimmy, thank you so much for the confidence you have put in this university and given us a great president to take over this college and to take this program forward. To Jimmy Hodges, Jimmy, we're partners, battle buddies on the field. We're working together, and we look forward to all the opportunity that comes forward. We work very closely. The secret of all the North Alabama, the successes that we've all had, is that we work together, we work collaboratively, and we work as a team. And we welcome you to the team. I know you're going to be one of the team leaders, so we're ready to grab those coattails and follow along with you. Thank you for all that you're going to do for this area.
I like that, battle buddy. I want to be a battle buddy and a Finley friend, right? That's important to me. Next up, we're going to have Mayor Paul Finley, and I also want to welcome to the stage some of our community college presidents, Dr. Pat Sims, Dr. Jeff Goodwin, Dr. Joe Whitmore, and Dr. Vicki Karlowitz.
All right, and it looks like I am your transition from elected to appointed, which makes great sense since Madison's right in the middle of those 2 campuses in Decatur and Huntsville, and of course we're driven by sales tax dollars, so feel free to stop in Madison and shop there. I'm typically much more at ease shooting at the baskets than in a gym than speaking to this group. But you know, it's not lost on me that when it comes to a team, each time you have a chance to replace a member, you want to make it with a stronger member. And we have built on, you know, in this overall Tennessee Valley by folks that have done things for years and years, and it's why we are incredible, the #1 city to live in the nation. And so in Huntsville, and all of us together working, just continue to do great things. Dr. Hodges, we're thrilled that you're here. We know that you will continue to add value and make this college and take it to the next level. So congratulations on 75 years, and let's have another, you know, just a great weekend going transforming into the future. Thank you.
So good morning, Dr. Hodges. It is my honor to officially welcome you to the Circle of Presidents, sir. We're excited for you. Dr. Hodges and I have known each other for a number of years. We have come up through the community college system together. We won't say how many, but we have a long-standing relationship, and over the years, I've gotten to know Miss Linda, and anyone who knows Dr. Hodges knows he loves his family, he loves Miss Linda and his grandbabies. Children, I'm not saying y'all not important, but he talks about his grandchildren all the time, and so we appreciate that. We appreciate being a part of a good team and recognizing the importance of teamwork. And so, Dr. Hodges, I look forward to working with you, not only as we carry out the mission for our respective institutions, but as we carry out the overall mission of the Alabama Community College system, and that is to prepare the workforce for the state of Alabama. And we know we do that. We were working together yesterday to identify our intersecting interests and to seed those interests with collaboration and cooperation. And we also know there's never been a greater need for strong, decisive leaderships. We need leaders who are able to identify the needs and gaps in our communities, but not only that, who have the courage and the strength, the integrity to organize and marshal resources and address those needs. In short, we need leaders who understand the assignment, Doc. And you, President Hodges, you're that leader. You understand the mission. You understand the assignment. So on behalf of the Drake State family, your sister college, we're excited to be working with you. We're excited for you, your family, and the entire Calhoun Community College family. So congratulations to you, Mr. President.
Good morning, and what a wonderful morning it is as we gather here today to celebrate the appointment of Dr. Hodges as the president here at Calhoun Community College. And I could just walk off the stage right now, say ditto to everything that you've heard about Dr. Hodges, and I know that you know it would be the truth. I have not known Dr. Hodges as long as most people in the audience today, but I can tell you I have found him to be a man not only of impeccable character, but strong work ethic. And on behalf of the Northwest Shoals Patriot family, welcome, Dr. Hodges, and we know you're going to do great work. And as Dr. Sims said, we were here yesterday working on things together, and that's one of the things the Chancellor and Mr. McAnally and the Board of Trustees have asked us to do, is to find those common goals that we all have in the state of Alabama and work to have the very best workforce in America, and we're dedicated to that, and that's going to be something that I think you're going to see great things come out of North Alabama and all of Alabama through the Alabama Community College system. I do want to take a moment to say I do feel like I know all the grandkids very well because Dr. Hodges and I had to ride back. I was his ride back from Montgomery the other day, and I know your names. I saw your beach trips, things that have happened in your life. I think we even had a phone call with one of you on the way up, and I participated in that. So he does love his family. He's a family man, he's a hard worker, and he's what the community college system is all about. He's a skilled tradesman, has a 2-year college degree like myself. He worked his way up, he worked hard, he earned everything. I know he had people that helped him along the way, a lot of really good people, and he'll tell you that and he'll give them all the credit, but he is dedicated, he is driven, and he does have a talent that most people, well, probably most people do know about, but you may not really know how well known it is you don't have to use the speakerphone when you're talking to Dr. Hodges on the telephone. My wife and I are remodeling a house right now, and I was walking through the living room the other day, walking out, and Dr. Hodges and I were getting ready for the meeting, and I was not on speakerphone. I was walking through the house to go outside, walked past my wife while she was working, went outside. When I came back in, she said, "Were you talking to a preacher?" And I said, "Kinda, yeah, kinda." He's that passionate about what he does. He's passionate about his family. He's passionate about his work, and he's passionate about the community college system. And I am proud to call him colleague, and he's been nothing but gracious in helping me in my transition from K-12 to the community college system. So congratulations, Dr. Hodges. We're very proud of you.
It's certainly an honor for me to be asked to speak on behalf of Dr. Hodges, and he's drawing up in a knot right now because he knows that he and I will lob some insults at one another. But you only pick at those people that you love and that you respect, and that's certainly the relationship that he and I have developed over the years. When I think of Dr. Hodges, I think of one of my favorite people in the Bible, and that's the Apostle Peter, because Peter was the guy in the group that you never did not know where he stood. You know exactly what he's thinking, you know exactly what's on his mind. And that's, in a nutshell, Dr. Hodges. Another thing he's got in common with the Apostle Peter is that if you read through the New Testament, there's a lot of verses that start with, "And Peter answered and saying," and nobody asked him anything. And I'm sure if you look through the minutes of our president's meetings, there's going to be written, "And Dr. Hodges answered and saying," and nobody asked him anything. But to continue that relationship and the similarities, when Peter spoke, he spoke the truth. He spoke with integrity. He spoke with love. He spoke with encouragement. And I've been a part of that encouragement. A couple of months after I took over as president of SNEED, I had a spot where it was in the middle of COVID. I had all these things I wanted to do, and all these barriers kept jumping up, and had issues with accreditation. We had personnel issues. We had program issues, and it was just really overwhelming, and I was getting discouraged. So I called my friend, Dr. Hodges, and I said, "Next time you're around Boaz, I need you to stop by. I just want to have a chat with you." And he was at home. It was during, like I said, COVID, and we were still working from home a lot. His first words to me was, "I'll be there in an hour." I said, No, you don't have to come now. It's not an emergency, just next time you're around. He said, "Nope, I'm getting my stuff. I'm out the door. I'll see you in an hour." Well, he finally agreed to let me meet him part of the way. So we met at Cracker Barrel in Guntersville, and we sat in the rocking chairs on the front porch there, and he just let me talk. And he offered advice, he offered suggestions, and the best part of that conversation was when it was over, he said, "Hey, let me pray with you." So in Jimmy Hodges, you've not only got a man of character, of integrity, but someone that's not ashamed of his faith. And I appreciate that very much. And I remember driving back to my office. None of my problems were solved, but I sure did feel a lot better about them because I was encouraged, and I love him very much. And Jimmy, if you'll come up here just a minute, I want to finish with one final story. He was at an event with us in Marshall County a few years back. And I walked in, and this was a big event. There were several hundred people there. We had formal event. I walked in, and he was wearing this gorgeous blue and gold striped tie. And I said, "Jimmy, thank you so much for representing Snead at this event here tonight." I said, "I love that tie." And he took it off and he gave it to me. And that's the tie that I'm wearing right now. So if you look at pictures of that event, we're all wearing ties except Jimmy, and his tie's in my pocket. Now, in all honesty, he probably just didn't want to wear a tie that night, but it has meant a lot to me. And every time I wear this tie, I think of Jimmy and I think of our friendship and how much he means. So this week, I went through my closet and I had two things I wanted to do. I wanted to find a tie that was as close to the Calhoun Community College colors as I could find, and also one that didn't have a lot of food stains on it. So, Jimmy, I love you, brother.
I love you too, buddy.
Hair on fire. What you see is what you get. Tasmanian devil, and I could add to that. Calhoun folks, you all have been talking to Wallace State folks, haven't you? I know you have. I know you have. Chancellor, I think you might remember the day that I told you we were having a discussion about our friend Jimmy Hodges, and I told you I'd always rather have someone who I had to hold down by his ankle rather than to try to light a fire under him, and he has lived up to that. Jimmy, my friend, Jeremiah 29:11, "For I know the plans I have for you, saith the Lord. They are plans to prosper you and not to harm you, to give you a hope and a future." Welcome to your future. Good morning, Calhoun. It is such a pleasure to join you for your 75th anniversary. As one of the oldest and largest community colleges in our state, you have so much to be proud of. What an amazing performance. I'll offer you a job after this, okay? You all stole Lauren Cantrell from us, so you're known for your beautiful campuses, your outstanding faculty and staff, the quality of your students and your programs. And as proud and excited as I am and have been about your legacy, I am even more excited about your future. Here you are in what is now the largest city in the state, the Decatur-Morgan area. You have so many opportunities ahead of you to meet the workforce needs in one of the most diverse workforce regions in the state. How exciting that is for us as we begin the future of tomorrow. Chancellor and Chairman of the Board, members of the Board, you did an outstanding job in appointing Jimmy Hodges to this position. I trust him. He is a man of integrity. He has never let me down in any of the last 13 years that I've had the pleasure of working with him. When you think about his leadership, his greatest attribute is the ability to develop strong, meaningful relationships with stakeholders in order to make sure that the folks at that table and the folks at the table here have an opportunity to succeed and make a better life for themselves and their families. His authenticity, his humility, his intentionality, and his tenacity are tangible in his leadership. And Calhoun, you are very fortunate to have him to lead you as you begin the journey into the next 75 years. While you are dearly missed at Wallace State, what I miss most, Lynn, is his family. and the fact that our enrollment would have increased with all 7 of those grandbabies because they were slated to become Lions. And I'm still going to recruit them, Dr. Hodges, but I guess they're going to become Warhawks now. Jimmy and Lynn, we love you, and we wish you and your Calhoun family the very best. Calhoun, he will love you like he loves his own family, and he does that by serving you and supporting you in accomplishing your goals for the future of this fine institution. I do have a piece of advice for you, though, however. If you ever have to go somewhere with him, offer to drive. My Wallace State folks back here, just talk to them for a minute, because if you don't, you never know what ditch you might end up in, okay? Congratulations, Calhoun, on another 75 years, and to President Hodges on your appointment to this fine institution. And I know you won't let me down in the future. Congratulations.
I'd like to now invite our university presidents up, Dr. Wims, Dr. Way, and Dr. Carr, if you would like to make your way towards the stage. I would like to say, Dr. Whitmore, I've never seen him walk on water. I've seen him almost cut an ear off, though. So I see what you're saying there, so it's a good thing.
Good morning. On behalf of our Board of Trustees, our students, faculty, staff, and alums, we would like to congratulate Calhoun on your 75th anniversary. Give yourselves a warm round of applause. And we'd like to congratulate our friend, Dr. Jimmy Hodges, on his appointment as the 6th president of this illustrious community college that serves our state so very well. And everybody's looking at me very serious. I just want to tell him what I believe Mayor Battle told me. You just got a glimpse into what your funeral will look like. But to the commissioner, to our elected officials, Senator Orr, Representative Crawford, my friend Representative Ball over to our right, our Mayor's Battle, and Finley, I have a resolution here that I'd like to present to the president, if he'll come forward. And I want to present this because Carr doesn't have a resolution. And we have a great friendship, but it is a competition, and we want you to pipeline your students to Alabama A&M. So I brought you a resolution. He did not. And I have a speech here, which I won't make because it has a lot of whereases in it, but whereas, and that's 1 S, not 2. I'd just like to say that my speech is typed. He has his handwritten, Mr. President. So you send your students to A&M and not UAH. But no, I'm trying to make a point here that we have a healthy friendship, we have a healthy relationship, Dr. Hodges, Dr. Carr, and I, and we intend to work together along with Pat Sims to do what we can to help our mayors, our city, and our county prosper and move forward for the whole populace of the area. So thank you, President Hodges, for all that you do. Thank you for your friendship, Dr. Carr. And I won't read these whereases, but I'll say, now therefore, be it resolved that the students, faculty, staff, administration, Board of Trustees, friends, and alumni of Alabama Agricultural and Mechanical University do hereby celebrate this installation of Dr. Hodges as the 4th president of Calhoun Community College, bearing witness to his accomplishments, his vision, and the enthusiasm with which he will launch Calhoun Community College into future excellence. And be it further resolved that this resolution shall be presented to Jimmy Hodges as a testament of the ongoing partnership within the higher education community enjoyed by Alabama A&M University and Calhoun Community Colleges, A&M's continuing support for the exceptional vision espoused by Jimmy Hodges, and acknowledgement of his admirable role this venerable institution has played in the lives of thousands, and finally, as a document of performance within the archives of Alabama A&M University, conveying an unwavering commitment to the relationship that binds both institutions, given this 19th day of August, 2022. Thank you, sir, and congratulations.
Good morning, everybody. My name's Philip Way. I don't know if I've met you all, but I'm the president at Athens State, and I bring greetings from my campus and the various senates at the university, and we congratulate you on your 75th anniversary and also celebrate with you on the accession of our sixth president here, Jimmy Hodges. As you know, or you probably know, Athens State and Calhoun are joined at the hip, not just because of 11 miles of well-paved roads on Route 31, but because of actually newly paved Route 31, but also because of our joint ownership and occupancy of the ACA in Decatur, and also the fact, and you may not know this, but 30% of our students each year come from Calhoun. Calhoun's a big college, I know, and a lot go to other universities, but we're really proud that we're able to attract as many as we do from Calhoun. We're also delighted to know that we have stable leadership now at Calhoun, and we can forge ahead together confidently with new initiatives to produce the kind of employees that the region is in bad need of. And we're also delighted that the new president is actually an alum of Athens State, among other illustrious institutions that he's attended. So really delighted about that, Jimmy. I know that you're going to be an energetic president. You're going to offer novel ways for people to upskill and reskill. You're going to increase enrollments. You're going to find different sources of revenues. You're going to provide artistic and athletic entertainment for the community. Wow. If I can perhaps tell a secret, and you don't know this, but a few months ago, we had the World Games in Birmingham, and I saw you in the crowd of the finals of Dorfball. Go and look it up, Dorfball, okay? It's kind of a European, Netherlands kind of game. I think that's where it originated. And it's basically like netball, but more difficult in terms of the skills needed. And so I'm thinking, okay, I've heard that Calhoun wants to move into more athletic fields, so could this be a sign that we're going to see men's and women's Dorfball on the Calhoun campus? I think it would fit in this arena, so why not? But anyway, whatever you all decide, we're there for you. We'll help you in any way that we can, and we're along for the ride, and we're belted in.
Well, what an honor and a privilege for me to have the opportunity to be here today on the campus of Calhoun Community College. For every single one of you who has any affiliation with this great institution, I hope you're extremely proud of what goes on here. 75 years, 3/4 of a century of excellence, 3/4 of a century of impact. You have a huge positive effect on this community and the young people associated with it. So for that, I want to thank you for the opportunity you provide all the young people in this area. To be here on Jimmy Hodges Day, real thrill. When they asked me to do this, I jumped at the chance. But I kind of think it's dirty pool when they told me I was coming here for a Jimmy Hodges roast. How coronation got miscommunicated to roast, I have no idea. I've known Dr. Hodges for an awful long time. He's a great educator, he's a great administrator, he's a great leader. But he may well be a better person. He's been a tremendous addition to our community here. I'm I'm fully confident that he's going to provide all the mechanisms you need here to continue the outstanding legacy of excellence you have at this community college. I can tell you that at UAH, we absolutely cherish our partnerships, and we're looking at extending and enhancing those. Jimmy, congratulations. I'm so proud of you. I'm really looking forward to what you're going to achieve here. Congratulations.
And I will say this while Ms. Kim Lewis, the president of Calhoun's Foundation, makes her way to the stage. I have been in meetings, Hodges' children. He does send you to voicemail. But one of those grandbabies calls, he answers that phone. Been many a dean and vice president sitting there listening to grandbabies, and whatever they need from Papa, he's going to take care of it. It's true, though. He'll answer Miss Lynn's, too, so get her to call or use her phone.
Good morning, everyone. And Dr. Hodges, congratulations. We are honored that you are our president because we know you're going to do good things. I'm Kim Lewis, and I have the honor of serving as Calhoun's Foundation's president. The foundation was started in 1975 to support students, to be that solid background that students need when they need financial support. And we know Dr. Hodges, everyone's used several words to describe him. I'm going to use the word solid. You have been solid to the foundation. You support the students, which is the reason why we're all here today. And we're glad that you're doing that. And as a Calhoun alum myself, I know that this foundation that we're laying for the students here are going to make a big difference for their future. So thank you. And then we also have some other fun we're going to do today. I know at the beginning of this, we talked about a time capsule that no one could find. Well, being it's our 75th anniversary, we're actually going to try to create another one so that we all can make sure we know where it is. We can find it in 25 years. And Mark's going to go over a couple of things that we're going to put in it so everybody can kind of have an idea of the things we want to preserve.
So the faculty and staff were invited to put anything they want in this time capsule that we're going to open on the 100th anniversary of Calhoun Community College. And that became fun to do, right? And so some of the things folks sent in was business cards. We had a whole stack of business cards coming in. And then we had interesting things because health sciences, as always, Dean McGill tries to outdo everyone. So they put together a diorama of the health sciences that we have today. But I wonder, Chancellor Baker, in 25 years, what's going to be different in that box? Because I promise you, under Jimmy Hodges right there, there's going to be a whole lot more badges. So we might have to dig it up and add to it before those 25 years are over. I love the mask and the hand sanitizers, because does that not sum up our era? What are we going to think in 25 years when we open that time capsule and we pull out these masks? Will it be a thing of the past, a thing of the future? I don't know. But think on that. The hand sanitizer. What are we going to learn in 25 years that we were actually doing wrong with hand sanitizer? Matter of fact, it might even be a banned substance in 25 years. We have no clue. As I looked through it, I saw some art given by faculty and staff. There's a bunch of flash drives up here. There are SD cards. Will we even know what an SD card is in 25 years? I don't know, but that's exciting to think about the change that's going to happen. There are things up here like playbills for rent and some of the other performances coming up at Calhoun. Will we still be performing those in 25 years? What will it be? Will it be something different over those years? I love the pins. There's pins for our campuses like our art center. And you cannot forget my favorite one, the Huntsville campus MSC building.
He's a little biased on that one, sorry.
Flash drive. Coolest thing in the world, right? So what is it going to be? What are the campuses going to look like? What is it going to look like on the Huntsville campus, this campus, the Art Center in those 25 years? We have no clue what it's going to be. There's some letters to be opened in 2047, the 100th anniversary of the college. But I think my favorite thing on the table is that right there, Kim, because the same plaque that we gave you, Dr. Hodges, to commemorate today is going in the time capsule. That exact duplicate's going to be on there marking this day when your family was here, your grandbabies. And you know what? I hope they're here when we open that time capsule, because that's going to be an exciting day. You know what? If I was to give a blessing over you, and a Calhoun blessing, my blessing would be simple. My blessing would be, Dr. Hodges, I hope your path is straighter than the signs on the Huntsville campus. Dr. Hodges, I hope your path is clearer than the windows in Harris Hall. Dr. Hodges, we're glad you're our president, and we're glad you like to have fun, because that's one of our core values, I think, here at Calhoun College. Guys, in front of you on your table, you have a 75th anniversary paperweight. It's really not a paperweight. What we're going to ask you to do is mark the location of the time capsule. And since there are 300 of us here, we will be handing out orange flags when you leave.
You think we're joking? No.
We're going to, because we're all going to stand witness to where the time capsule is. So in 25 years, I say we get the biggest tombstone we can buy, and we put right over that one, right? Guys, we have a lot of stuff going on at Calhoun. If you gave a welcome or a remark to Dr. Hodges today, please stay for a photo. We want to get a photo of all of you together with Dr. Hodges here in just a second. Hey, that Art Center, we have a concert there tonight. We have the Silver Silos tonight. There, we want to see you there. Everyone here is welcome to come out and be a part of the Calhoun family. Dr. Hodges, will you do me the honor of closing us out today?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 6th president of Calhoun Community College.
Y'all are way too kind, and I really appreciate all the support and all the kind things that have been said. I know you're tired of sitting. We're almost done. I promise I'm not going to be long. But I want you to know, where is Belinda Noe at? Where's Belinda Noe? Can you please stand up? Where is she? And where's Robin Self at? These are my 2 assistants, y'all. They call themselves a handler. They handle me. They make sure I get where I need to be and that I'm on time. And without those 2 ladies right there, I couldn't do it. I also want all the faculty and staff, or the staff that had something to do with putting this on. John Ed, I need you to stand up. Everybody that had something to do with making this day possible, please stand up. God always sends me the best. Does he not, Dr. Karlowicz? He always gives me the best. Calhoun, you are the best. And I appreciate you, and thank you for being here. Don't forget about that concert tonight at the ACA. Belinda just about worked herself sick, making sure all of this went on today. She didn't feel good yesterday. I'm glad she's feeling a lot better today. But Granville, where's Lauren at? Is Lauren here? I want y'all to look right in the center of the room at this group of Warhawk ambassadors in those nice, y'all stand up, Warhawks. I want you to look at those fine jackets, those smiling faces. Those are just probably some of the smartest people in the room, don't you think? And what about these talented folks over here and all of my singers? Y'all stand up, please. Granville, you never fail to take me to church, young man. And I just love and appreciate y'all very much. I thank y'all for being here. Don't forget your little 75th year anniversary. Chancellor Baker, Mr. Chairman, thank you for giving me this opportunity. Lynn, thank you for being an awesome wife. Y'all know in September we'll be married 39 years. At Wallace Hansville, they used to call her Saint Lynn for putting up with me. Mark, you did a fantastic job today. All my fellow college presidents, thank you for being here. It means a lot to me. All of the elected officials and all of the mayors, thank you so much for being here. I love you, Calhoun. Natalie English, thank you for being here. Y'all stand up. Would you stand up, Natalie? Natalie's in charge of career and technical education at the community college system, and she came up here because she's my friend, and I appreciate that. Zach Lee, it wouldn't be an event if you're not at it, so we're glad you're here. I think I've remembered everything, Belinda. Did I forget anything, Robin? All right. Y'all go and be blessed.